Hi, and welcome to week 6 of your 2025 Yoga Challenge. This week we're going to explore some balance poses, and balance takes some patience and some practice, so be kind to yourself. Feel free to use the wall or a chair to help with your balancing. All right, let's find a tall, comfortable seat. All right, as you arrive, settle in. Maybe shift your hips a little bit, finding a nice comfortable seat for you. The only thing you need with you for your practice today are some blocks if you have them. If you don't have them, then a book or maybe a tissue box might suffice to bring the earth a little closer to you. And when we do our lunges and our half split. So I'll ring the bell to begin, or I'll invite the bell. All right. So let's begin with our pranayama. We've been practicing Ujjayi breath. Take 5 Ujjayi breaths on your own with your own rhythm, your own breath, or just take 5 natural breaths, whichever is calling to you. Whenever that's complete, just come back to your natural breath, or you can continue in Ujjayi. If it feels comfortable, you can keep your eyes closed and reflect on how practicing Ujjayi breath week after week, what changes are you noticing? Is the breath becoming more natural to you? Does it still feel a bit uncomfortable? Just taking notice without judgment. And then go ahead and open your eyes. Sitting up tall, we'll start by doing some neck and shoulder stretches. So let your right ear drop to your right shoulder. I'm not mirroring you, I'm just not that talented to do that. So we're stretching, it doesn't matter which side you do actually. So if you want to mirror me, you can. But we're stretching along our left, the side of our left neck. And if you want to increase the stretch, you can reach your left arm out. And then just take a couple breaths here. On your next inhale, release your arm, bring your neck back to center, and let it fall, your left ear fall towards your left shoulder. And you can reach your right arm out for a deeper stretch, or just leave it where it is, depending on where you are at. And take 2 deep breaths. On the next Inhale, bringing everything back to center, and let your chin drop toward your chest. So now we're stretching the back of the neck, all those little muscles in the back of the neck, letting your head hang heavy, bringing your chin toward your chest a little bit more. 2 deep breaths. And an inhale, we're going to rotate the head so that the right ear is coming up to the right shoulder. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. So we're making these semicircles with the neck. You can pause anywhere that you want to linger and stretch a little bit more. You can gently pull the back of the head more in the direction that you want to go. So take a couple more. And then next time your left ear meets your left shoulder, come back to center. And we'll stretch our throat a little bit. So just sticking the chin up towards the sky, but not compressing the back of the neck. So just getting a little bit of a throat stretch. You might smile here and notice the parts of your throat that are getting stretched with the smile. And then release. For shoulders, we're going to roll them up by our ears and then relax them back and down. And continue a couple more times in this direction. So inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and then we're going to switch it. So inhale up and forward and then down. Okay. Take a couple more. And then relax your shoulders back down. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, side stretch. Right hand comes down, stretching to the right. You might explore with bringing your chest down towards the earth, or inhaling, lifting your chest up towards the sky. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and then pause here, just exploring a little bit. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, left hand comes down, stretching over to your left side stretch. Again, you can explore with exhaling, bringing your chest toward the earth. So you're rotating your torso. Inhale, lifting the chest towards the sky. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, exhale. Stay here at the top, and then inhale back up. Exhale, release your arms. Just kind of realign everything. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, twist to your right. So right hand comes behind you like a kickstand. Left hand reaching for the left knee. Right knee. Outside of the right knee. Gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, sitting up as tall as possible. Exhale, maybe you can deepen your twist, gazing over your right shoulder. So take 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, twist to your left. So right hand comes to wrap around the outside of your left knee. Left hand behind you like a kickstand. Inhale, sitting up as tall as possible. Exhale, maybe gazing over that left shoulder. So only going as deep in the twist as feels good to your body. Remember, if anything feels painful or just not right, to please come out of the pose. Take another inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up and then relax them down. We're going to extend our legs out in front of us. So you can sit on a folded blanket like I am if you'd like. You don't need to be up against the wall. That's just how it works with my small space trying to do this video. So extending those legs out long. You can have a soft bend in your knees if you'd like. And your hands can just relax on your lap. And I am rotating my ankles. So feel free to rotate your ankles and then reverse the direction. Can barely see my feet. And come back to center. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall, and then exhale, start to hinge at your waist, folding just until you feel that edge. And then go ahead and round your spine and release your hands to wherever they fall. Maybe reach your toes or your ankles, or your hands just land on your shins. Doesn't matter where you are, as long as you take some deep breaths, allowing the back of the legs to open. On your next inhale, slowly come back up. Bend your right knee and let that knee fall out to the side, coming into Janu Sirsasana, our head to knee pose. Your head does not need to reach your knee. We're just going in that direction. So you want to shift your torso towards the extended leg and then fold forward any amount that feels good to you. Keep the spine lifted, especially when you first fold, so keeping the spine long. And then once you find your edge, you can round your spine, relax, reach for the toes, the ankle, and take 3 deep breaths. On an inhale, slowly come back up and switch the legs. So we're going to bend our left knee, bringing it up close to our body, and then let it fall to the side. Your left foot is coming to the inside of your right thigh. Shift your torso over the extended right leg. Inhale nice and tall, and then exhale, fold at the waist. Find your edge, and then release into the pose. Exhale. 3 breaths here. You might notice that one side feels different than the other, and that's perfectly normal. We're not completely symmetrical in our bodies. Inhale, slowly come back up and bring the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. You might shift your hips a little bit. You can bring your hands to wrap around your feet. Very good. And you can just rock side to side a little bit, or you can gently flap your butterfly wings for a moment, whatever feels good in the body. And then find a little bit of stillness here. And if it feels good to sort of hinge forward, keeping the spine long here, so you can do so any amount that feels comfortable to you, or you can stay up here if that already feels like a nice stretch. If this already feels like too much, then using a block or folded blanket, you can place them underneath your knees and it's nice and supportive, and feels very cozy actually. So even if it didn't feel bad to not have the blocks, I invite you to try the blocks and just see how cozy that is. Take 3 deep breaths wherever you've gone. Maybe you close your eyes here. And then when you're ready, you can stay here as long as you'd like. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, remove the blocks if you're using them. And it's actually a good reminder that I recommend practicing yoga as self-care. So making yourself feel cozy in a pose is definitely self-care. You never want a pose to feel extremely uncomfortable or painful. So just keep that in mind. And maybe you could go further or do more, but is that self-care? So something to keep up here. All right, let's make our way. Well, first we'll sort of come out of this pose and do a little bit of a counter pose for it. So we're going to gently bring the knees back together and walk your feet out a little bit, and then your hands can come behind you as you just rotate your hips side to side. This will be a nice counter pose for butterfly. Whenever you're ready, make your way into tabletop. That's hands and knees, where our hands are underneath our shoulders and our knees are under our hips. And then we're engaging our core, belly button comes towards the spine. So I don't know if you remember from last week, but a good test to see that you have a nice foundation in your tabletop is to lift the right palm off the mat without moving anything else. Set it back down and then do the same with the left. So if that feels nice and steady for you, you are in a beautiful tabletop. Go ahead and tap the tops of your feet on the mat just to bring some attention there. And then coming into our Marjarasana Bittalasana cat-cow pose, we're going to drop our belly. Inhale for Bittalasana, cow. Exhale, rounding the spine, gazing back, cat pose. So continue 4 more cat and cows, or as many as you would like, really. As long as you keep breathing, you can even explore with the opposite breath work with the opposite pose. And just see how that feels. And then whenever you're ready, coming back to neutral spine, bringing the big toes together, and then walking the knees out a little bit, or maybe as wide as your mat, sending your hips back towards your heels, stretching your arms forward, coming into Balasana or Child's Pose. Take 3 breaths. On an inhale, your hands can kind of stay where they are, but we're going to lift up our torso, bring our knees back to hips width apart, tuck our toes, and make our way into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths. You might pedal it out since it's our first one, bending one knee at a time. Coming back to center, look forward, drop your knees down, and then lower your hips forward and down, coming into hanging cobra. So we're kind of in a tabletop, and then we're rocking our hips forward, lifting our chest. Inhale, exhale, come back down. Inhale, hanging cobra. Exhale, sort of a tabletop. Last one, inhale. And then exhale, coming back to tabletop, and then come all the way down on your bellies. Bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders, and your forearms are out in front of you like a sphinx, which is why this is called Sphinx pose. So take 3 deep breaths here. If this is a little bit too much, then you can just do a baby cobra. So hands come along beside your chest and just a little bit of lift in the chest. On the next inhale, bring your hands back to your side. Exhale, tuck your toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, mountain. 3 breaths in mountain. Taking or adjusting as you need to, finding the soles of your feet firmly planted on the earth, neutral hips, slight tuck of your chin toward your chest, arms out to receive good energy, shoulders are relaxed back and down. You might even close your eyes if that feels safe. All right, Surya Namaskar. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Chest and chin are last to come down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, bringing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, Uttanasana, plant your hands. Step your right foot back, followed by your left. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. So I went over Chaturanga Dandasana in the last lesson. So that's what I'm going to be going through in this video. If you want to go back to knees, chest, chin, then please feel free to. Either one is fine. So on that side note, get back in plank. Inhale, exhale, forward and down. Inhale, lift up. This is up dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So either way, whether you do knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga, you're going to end up in Ardha Uttanasana. 3 breaths. The other option is to skip what's called the flow. When we do knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga, those are called flows. So you can skip the flow altogether and just come into down dog or go into child's. Inhale, look forward and step your right foot between your hands, followed by your left, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up. Upward salute. Exhale, mountain. 3 breaths. So on this next round, I'm just going to call the breath, and you're going to either do chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, or just meet in down dog. Either way, you're going to want to continue with the inhales and exhales. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, left foot back, followed by the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 breaths. You're doing great. Inhale, look forward, step your left foot between your hands, followed by your right. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, mountain. 3 breaths. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step your right foot back. Lower your right knee. You can use your blocks here. So finding your nice foundation where knees and toes are pointed in the same direction. Knee isn't going over the ankle. So you can stay here or you can rise up. Inhale, lift the arms, and then exhale, just let them rest on your thigh. You can keep them lifted if you want. But I think it's nice to relax the arms and just focus on the nice stretch of that right hip flexor, a muscle that often gets compressed from all the sitting that we do. So 3 breaths here. But you can come out anytime. Since we're working on balance today, you can practice a little bit of balance from this position. So I would have your arms out to help you balance, and then slowly straighten the left leg. So of course your hips are going to come back a little bit. So we're in a half split, and you can stay here and just work on the balance. Or if you want, you can fold over the extended leg. So your choice. The balance might be enough as it is. 3 breaths. And then plant that left foot and bring your right hand down to the mat. Twist open to the left. And I'm going to try really hard not to forget twisting to the right this time. I notice I left it out in the last video. 2 more breaths. Left hand comes down to the outside of your left foot. Step your left foot back, come into plank, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 breaths. Inhale that right leg back behind you, 3-legged dog. Look forward, step it between your hands. Lower your left knee. Make any adjustments you need to. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, relax your hands on your right thigh. 3 deep breaths. Again, you can practice that balance challenge of straightening the right leg, keeping your arms out for support. If this isn't working for you, you can do our usual half split, where you can use the mat or the blocks to support yourself. Two more breaths wherever you've gone. I can cheat a little bit because I have a wall next to me. Inhale here. Exhale. Left palm comes down to the mat or a block. Twist open to your right. This is the one I always forget. 3 breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand comes down on the outside of your right foot. You can use your blocks if you'd like. Tuck your left toes. Big step forward. Left foot comes to meet your right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, mountain. 3 breaths. All right, same thing, other side, but a little faster. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back. Lower your left knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, find your half split. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, plant your left hand, twist to the right. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down. Inhale, plank. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 breaths. Downward facing dog or child's. Remember self-care. Inhale the left leg back, 3-legged dog. And then, exhale. Inhale it forward. And then lower the right knee. Make adjustments. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, your version of half split. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, right hand down on the mat. Twist to your left. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down. Tuck your toes. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, mountain. 3 breaths. And our warm-up is complete. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step your right foot back. This time we're going to come into a high lunge. So inhale up. So it's the same pose that we were doing before, but the knee isn't on the mat. So this is high lunge, 3 breaths. From here, the only adjustment you're going to make is bringing your right heel down at a 45-degree angle. Now you're in Warrior One. 3 breaths. Hands come to your hips. Straighten your left knee and then maybe step your right foot in a little bit. Inhale, so bring your hips back or forward towards the top of your mat. Inhale here and then exhale, fold at your hips, coming into pyramid pose, Parsvattanasana. 3 breaths. You can use blocks if you'd like. I usually just rest my hands on my shin. You may be able to reach for the mat comfortably, so go ahead if that feels good. But try to keep your spine long here. And then bring your hands down to frame your foot. Step both feet back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths. Inhale, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, mountain. Just pause for a moment, resetting. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step your left foot back. Anjaneyasana, high lunge or crescent lunge. Reach up. See if you can lift your chest and gaze up a tiny bit more here. 3 breaths. And then bringing your spine a little bit more neutral. Drop your left heel at about a 45-degree angle, Warrior One. 3 breaths. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to your hips. Straighten your right leg and step the back foot in a little bit more, bringing your torso kind of towards your extended leg. Inhale. Exhale, fold, hinging at the waist. And when you find your edge, release your hands to your leg, blocks, a mat, and take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, mountain. And turn your torso, or turn your body maybe on the long part of your mat. So instead of at the top of your mat, we're kind of in the middle and facing, well, I can't see you be facing me because I don't know, but you can see the difference. So top of the mat, and then I took like a 90-degree turn, so I'm on the side of the mat. Doesn't really matter actually, but this is where we're going to practice our tree pose or Trikonasana. So if you want, you can grab a chair or use the wall. So I have a chair here, and we're going to start on the right. So if you're using a prop for support, then put it on your right side. And so you're going to put a little bit extra weight into your right side, and then you're going to lift your left heel and open your left hip. So this is tree pose. You're already in it, so don't feel that you need to go further. You can lift your arms if you want. And then we're going to be here for a little while to practice, but come out anytime you need to. So alternatively, you can bring the heel up to any part of your leg except for the knee joint, as long as you keep that hip open. So if you find your hip starting to close, then maybe you adjust so that you can open that hip a little bit more. Use the chair or whatever you have for support. Maybe one hand is on the chair and the other one is extended out. If you start to feel like you have the balance, you can lift both arms up. Wherever you've landed, just take some deep breaths. 5 deep breaths to be precise. We hold balance poses longer because that's how you get good at them. In balance poses, it's good to find a drishti, something to focus on that's not moving. Last inhale here. And exhale, release your arms, rotate your legs, set your foot down and shake it out. You might shake that right foot out a little bit. We're going to bring our chair or prop to the other side. Shifting your weight a little bit into your left side. Rotate your right hip open. And you are in tree. So you can extend an arm out. Or you can bring it up a little bit on your opposite leg. But I notice when I do that, I kind of fall towards the left. So maybe step out a little bit. You can challenge your balance by extending both arms out. Find your drishti. If you fall out, it's perfectly fine. Just get back into the pose. Two more breaths. You got this. If you don't, that's okay too. And release your arm, rotate your leg, shake it out. And we'll remove any props that we have out of the camera. We're going to come down to our seats. So if you want to sit on a folded blanket, feel free to bring that with you. And from here, we'll be going into Shavasana. So take any props that you want with you for Shavasana. Just kind of move these out of the way. So settling in, maybe this time you cross the opposite leg in front. Since at the beginning, typically we cross our dominant leg in front. So if you're right-handed, you probably had your right knee in front. So try sitting with your left leg in front. And if you sitting cross-legged isn't working for you, you can sit in any position that is comfortable for you. So as you arrive and get comfortable, feel free to close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. Stay here if you'd like. You can inhale the arms up, exhale, fold forward. Just release, let go of anything. Anywhere you have tension, just kind of release and let it go. And inhale, coming back up. This time, coming into a wide-legged fold. If you want to stack some blocks for support, you may do so. I am not somebody who can bring my forehead all the way down to the mat. So having support so that your forehead can rest on something is going to signal your nervous system to relax, and that's what we want. So if you have something to rest on, even that if you had a chair for the balancing pose, go ahead and bring it over so you can fold on it. So after you have whatever props you need, sitting up tall, inhale, exhale, fold forward until you find your edge, and then round your spine. Release your forehead to the earth or a prop. The prop will bring the earth up to you. Take 5 deep breaths. If you're flexing your feet, go ahead and just let them relax. Let everything go. This is a bit of yin or restorative yoga. On an inhale, slowly come back up. Remove your props. Gently guide the legs back together. Maybe you rock the hips side to side like we did earlier after butterfly. And when you're ready, come on down on your spine, all the way down on your spine. If there's anything else you need before you come down, pose-wise or prop-wise, go ahead and take it. So we'll all meet in a comfortable spot. Supine position, allowing the feet to fall open, space in the armpit, or placing one hand on the belly, one on the heart. Whatever feels better to you. If it's chilly and you want a blanket or some socks, then feel free to grab those. Let's all take a deep breath in. On the exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. Let's take another one. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Continue to breathe. Continue to scan your body and notice if you're holding on to tension anywhere in your body. And see if you can relax and let it go. It might be your jaw or the space between your eyebrows, shoulders, neck. And when you find you're completely comfortable, settle in for a deep Shavasana for about 5 minutes. And I will ring the bell to bring you out of Shavasana and close practice. Take a deep breath in, let it out. Start bringing movement back to your body, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes. Or you can reach your arms overhead, extending your legs and arms in opposite directions, taking a big morning stretch. This might invoke a yawn. When you're ready, make your way onto your side into the fetal position, symbolizing rebirth. And gently use your top arm to press yourself up to a tall seat, keeping the eyes closed to close out our practice. If you'd like to join me, you can bring your palms together at heart center. We'll breathe in together and out. Inhale for Om. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. Thank you so much for your practice, and thank you for your presence. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Keep on practicing the balance throughout the week, and we'll revisit it again next weekend or whenever you pick this up and see how it's going. We'll continue with tree pose, so you can practice other balance poses if you'd like, but working a little bit each day, just doing a tree pose every day will really help to build up our balance. So until next time, my friends, bye.